Welcome back to our channel. This episode, we're gonna take you through one of our hotel resort projects in La Union. So I'm Cindy, Mrs. B.
I'm Mado, Mr. B.
And you're watching Mr. and Mrs. B of Moss Design House. Woo! This project is actually one of the 2 hotel resorts we finished last year in the pandemic season. It was about, I think, 2 years in the making. So Aureo Resort is situated in La Union, which is the surfing capital of the North.
Yeah.
Now, this resort is situated on a 40-hectare property, and during its development, it's actually divided into 4, and I think more, but I'm not sure. We were involved in phase 2 and 3. We came in late. We were just decorating whatever was already the output. But in phase 4, we were so much involved from ground up. Now, this is the plan and the perspectives of how we envision the space. So Moss Design House created this vision initially starting from text, as what we always do.
Yeah.
But then eventually it evolved into the perspective renditions that we had. And the theme that really resonated was to give this resort a natural, tropical luxe feel. And we used materials such as wood, abacus, stones, touches of gold, a lot of greens as a major element into the design. I'm now very excited to see for the first time after they opened in December 14 on how the resort turned out to be.
Yeah.
So tara, let's do a tour. Guys, so finally, we're here after a 6-hour drive.
Mukha ako lang na drive eh. Ako napagod.
Kumusta ka na?
It's hot here, you know?
But anyway, we're excited to show you this project. And to be honest with you, it's actually also my first time to be here right after they finish the construction. But before we do that and before we tour you to the place, I want to introduce a special person who actually helped me design this place. And that's Seashell Chua. Seashell has been my partner for commercial interiors at Moss Design House for 8 years. 8 years.
Wow, 8 years pala.
Handa na.
Ang lupit mo, Chong.
Si Seashell was actually my apprentice.
Yes, she's my boss actually, even if I'm older than her.
Because this was already her second course.
Yeah.
Actually, boss din kita eh.
Talaga naman. Joke lang. But in our previous work, we were together in an architectural firm. And then she was still about to graduate in PSID then. Tapos, what happened is, I got married. Iniwanan ko na siya
Yes,
doon.
iniwanan niya ako literally. I had to replace her just like that.
So she became the head. And then, soon after that, when we put up Moss Design House, I asked her to be a partner for commercial interiors. So this is one of the biggest projects we've actually handled together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Before the Aureo Phase 4 started, the client wanted us to rebrand the hotel. So before, it was in the blue Aureo logo because it was near the seaside. But we decided to make it more luxurious because it's in a 4-star hotel feel. So we decided to make it put some golds, greens, tropical, hence the modern tropical luxe.
In the lobby, you'll see we wanted to keep this very open because the layout is very open.
Very airy.
Kaya talagang cross ventilation yung
Right.
even though na the window is we use the jalousie type.
Right.
Medyo old school siya before,
Yeah.
pero we are reusing it.
Yes, in a modern way.
Right, kasi we really wanted to practice the cross ventilation, which is important to also save on electricity and you know, that's also why we installed na lang the ceiling fans. In terms of space planning and layout, everything's pretty much open, right? Kasi we figured if it's gonna be more inviting that, you know, as a guest comes in, you know, they'd see the reception already.
Tsaka maliwalas ka.
Maliwalas. As you enter, so we wanted them to see the Aureo gold logo field for that Lux feel, and this crazy cut marble. There's that, you know, modern touch also, right? An artistic look.
Remember, termination. Very important. That's why you put brass,
We put a brass strip. Yes. Pero the terminations are already properly done. But yeah, this is a nice accent kasi parang it's very different. You can see visual texture, and then it rides up until the reception desk. So it looks like it's very continuous. And we were also very conscious on the tones of the marble, because I said kailangan hindi masyadong tumatalon. Right. So there, and then the nice drop light also, that sort of like fans. The inspiration there is parang abanico fans. Okay, from the reception area, we now go to the seating area. Tara, let's go to that section. So this is our main seating area. It's actually elevated. We wanted to do the elevation para lang to bring some contrast in the space, so it's not so flat. Parang there's a play in space.
Saka parang karoon ng highlight yung area. Especially yung treatment natin is focus yung wall.
Wall with a special textured paint.
Yeah.
And then of course actually ilang beses natin itong pinaulit, di ba? At ilang beses kami naghanap ng finish for the background of this wall. And even the way we did the layout, it's not your typical lobby where it's so symmetrical.
Uniform.
It's not uniform.
Yeah.
It's not your, you know, there's a play in terms of shapes, there's a play in terms of materials even to be used. I think even when we take a photo of this one, it's exactly how it was in our render, which is something that we were quite happy about. Kasi that's always our goal Parang anything that's signed off by the client, gusto namin yun exacto yung lalabas, or even better. For this lobby, we had different areas for seating. So it's not just on one area. So you can accommodate a lot of people here with different designs pa. And the difference with designing a house from a hotel, this one we have to customize some furniture. So some of them have to have an exit, so there's an impact when you come in. And you have to have this curved seating because you have a lot of space. Customization is really not naman only for hotels or for commercial projects, but you know, we also do customization in residentials. That's the reason why, that's what we want to teach, customization in residentials. And because, you know, even in our home fluffing, we try to customize as much as possible. Kasi iba pa rin when it's fit to that exact space, right?
So, open na open.
Pwede ka,
Pwede na kumiga.
Okay, so this is one of our favorite areas. It's a highlight space here in Aureo, and it's because, you know, it gives us such a great perspective. Favorite.
The vaulted ceiling, the walls, the wooden slabs, flatted walls. And this area is not just a hallway, but it's also a lounge area for the function room.
For the function area, So there's a lot of seating here in this area, and it actually leads to the pool and the beach. But what we really love, of course, personally, what I love about it is that it just gives a perfect symmetry to the space. That you have that drop lights that I feel like gives such a good accent to the space, and parang it complements because there's a floor up light. So when designing spaces, again, even in residentials, even in commercials,
you have to always consider lighting in different levels. So yun, kami may uplight, may mid-level lighting, and then there's a downlight.
Tsaka feeling ko, alam niyo guys, ito magiging parang Instagrammable space lang.
Yes. Sige na.
Panis!
So let's walk through the space. One of the things that I love also is I'm such a fan of louvers. So those are louvers. I think it's good again for cross ventilation.
Tsaka yung natural light sa pasok din.
The natural light comes in. So it gives us kind of like Pinoy tropical vibe. So it's good architectural feature.
That space was really my favorite. It was non-negotiable. Kasi di ba when you have clients and you express to you your vision and your design intent, it can change really. Kasi the client may have a different vision or baka budget-wise, you have to compromise in terms of the look. But ito talaga was really non-negotiable. This was a design that had to be fought for.
Yeah, lalo na yung mga Instagrammable photos.
It is such an Instagrammable. The symmetry is perfect. So, yeah, I really like this space.
So we're going to the rooms, but before we do that, let's stop over this space and really nice
Nook.
nook. So this is a mural that's done by, is it a local artist? Yeah. L.A. Vasquez, no? I love how it depicts kasi the landscape in very muted colors. So instead of doing the wallpaper or a panoramic wallpaper print, it's just a, it's a nice rendition to a local artist. So I really love the space, the accent of the pillows, and this drop light.
Tsaka bagay na bagay siya kasi it's near the door. Yung breeze niya, parang presko-presko, akala mo totoo, di ba?
Correct. Agree. Talaga? Anyway, so guys, let's go to the rooms na. Yeah. The room actually looks big because, we put this partition so that as you enter, it's not like a toilet that's closed up. It's actually open, so it makes the room bigger.
I remember there was much debate on the layout of this because it's very unconventional. It's not your typical hotel layout. So as you walk in, you'd see on your left, on your right, is actually a laser-cut wall with the toilet across it and the
Shower
sink, the pantry, the ref, and all the other amenities that you usually see in a hotel room. So we wanted that to sort of like be an area of its own. And then you move up here, you'd see the bed against that divider because that bed, we want to make sure it's facing the pool. This pool is actually part of a much bigger pool. It's called a swim up pool.
So you have your own access here, your VIP person. All ground floors here have this kind of access, your own full access.
So if you can see, so this is like this, the dipping pool pretty much, and it opens up to a whole stretch. It's like a river. And then ito yung mga kapitbahay. So habang swimming ka, nakikikapitbahay ka yung swimming dyan sa kanan. So people can just sit down. Mahal, demo mo nga. So pupul ka lang, ganyan.
So rest,
Ganyan.
My day bed,
Yan. So this is actually a day bed. You can just open this. This is, again, the deluxe. Gusto mo yung parang ako nagbibenta. Again, this is the deluxe. Without pool. If you've noticed, even the way the laser cut is, it's actually shaped as a leaf. So you kind of like get the vibe that it's all greens, tropical, and whatnot. Okay, let's go to another room because we're only showing you 2 rooms. But I think there are about 3 or 4 categories in the hotel. Tama. It's 116 rooms. So tara, let's show you the family room.
Yun.
Hi, so we're here now at the family
So this particular room can actually fit about 5 people. It's
5
2
to 6.
bedrooms, right?
That's 2 bedrooms.
And then 2 toilets as well. So a typical hotel bedroom is actually 25 to 30 square meters. So this is probably at 65 square meters. So parang condo unit siya talaga. This is the bathroom naman. Again, very sleek, you know, quite modern too. Okay, so
And then the open closet again, so that it's more spacious. You didn't put any doors anymore, so yeah, same as the other rooms, right? The typical rooms.
okay, so this is the main. So again, you still have the lattice, di ba? Pero iba na yung design nito. Parang it's a different kind of shape.
So different pattern.
Yeah, parang siya tulip. Kind of like, basta still on the very leaf kind of pattern. And then again, chose to use that as a divider that divides the parang mini bar and the desk. And so that the bed can actually face the pool. Yeah. So yeah, we have this small living room space, and this is actually a day bed that another person can actually lie down.
The perfect view.
Perfect view. You have the nice view here. So yun. So we've showed you actually 2 out of the 4 room categories here in Aureo, and actually what we liked about this is that it's very simple. It's very it's simple, yet it's homey, yet it's very warm. It speaks of the brand, and it speaks of the environment that is full of lush greens and the beach as well. In their whole hotel, and we're going to a restaurant. It's called Salt Sea Restaurant. So come on, let's go in.
Yeah.
You can see it's the same theme as the Aureo Hotel that we're looking into, the vibrant, tropical, modern touch with some...
Well, the concept of this restaurant is really naman just to make it very open, have the baskets, and you can see the consistency of materials that we use all throughout the hotel. There's wicker, there's rattan, there's, again, a lot of the baskets, woven mga ganon, greenery, upholsteries are consistent too. And the murals, syempre, di ba? So, that mural is painted by the same person who did the whole hotel, pretty much. But this time, he upped it a little bit and wanted it to be a little bit more vibrant than usual. So I think it's a good accent wall, it's a focal point, and it gives really so much vibrancy in the space, diba?
Yeah.
Good talk.
Yeah. This is actually about a 300 square meter. It's divided into 2 sections. So this is the first main hall, and you have another one that opens up all the walls into the pool area. So after that, you have the entire, it sort of has its al fresco dining that also has its tables and chairs. I really love how the mixture of colors and textures come to play. Even the patterns, if you can see the flooring is machuca tiles. Machuca tiles is a kind of basically a Spanish Filipino clay tile. Grabe, we ingress this, we checked this during the pandemic period twice. So it was
November, di ba?
yeah, we went earlier one time and then another time November.
Yeah, and had to relay out all these drop lights because you can see the different sizes. So it's very challenging, di ba?
Chi. Ano? Sabi mo sa akin, Chi. Wala kang partner.
Nasa Manila.
I'm so proud of this project and everyone who worked around this project, especially Seashell, our partner for interiors, Frida, my junior partner for interiors, and really the rest of the team, Miriam, so many to mention actually. They worked several man hours, especially pre-pandemic, daming OT, yung biyahe, yung sourcing of materials and whatnot. And of course, the family who really trusted us with this project. You know, we've had a working relationship with them since we did their their large retail development in Davao, and we've continued on. And I think that's what's important, to be able to establish very good working relationship with your clients, right? So we value that and we thank you. And guys, visit nyo to. As in,
sobrang lapit lang kasi may SCTEX na.
sobrang lapit lang, may
Sobrang
SCTEX
lapit na.
na, 4-hour drive lang. And you'll see, you'll swim,
Surf.
surf. Ang ganda ng
cool.
pool. Their
Yeah.
pool area is really nice. That's it for this episode.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Comment.
And
Kung meron kayong
share.
project that's similar to this, that you want to hire us, yes, please do. Well, guys, thank you again so much. Again, I'm Cindy, Mrs. B.
I'm Mado, Mr. B.
And you're watching Mr. and Mrs. B of
Moss Design House.
Woo! Tara, swim na tayo.
Tara.
Sarap.